All right, gang, it's great to see everybody. I look forward every week to Thursday night. My name is Bob Bearden. For those of you that don't know me, I've been around entrepreneurship, I guess, ever since I was about 19. I'm 54 now. I got introduced to network marketing in 2001. Didn't even have my breakthrough until 2010. So sometimes it takes some time to be able to get out of your own way, but it's been a really, really cool journey. There's been peaks and valleys in the last couple of years. I got to tell you, I was really not that enthused about doing anything in the network marketing arena. And a couple of reasons for that. One is there's always some kind of change that happens after momentum is killing it, right? You build a big team, people are getting great results. Next thing you know, the company wants to make more money, so they change an ingredient. Then the product stops working. Or they figure, wow, we're paying too much money in this plan. We must not have done a very good job in the testing phase. And they change the compensation plan, right? Well, what I got sick and tired of was being part of the drag to companies over and over, following leaders. And it's just, to me, it was the same old, same old. So about 3 years ago, I stopped. I said, I'm not going to focus on this anymore. And then in 2020, I kind of lost my mind for a minute and decided I was going to do it myself. And I say lost my mind because it's a lot of work. Unless you're built for the back end of things in business, which is not me. I'm the front end. I'm a people guy. I love people. That's why I love the network marketing industry so much, because you can build culture and community and really not only help a lot of people, but be inspired yourself to do better yourself. And that's what I fell in love with way back in 2001 when I first got introduced to this incredible industry. But I'll tell you this, Ron called me up. We hadn't worked together in a couple of years, been really good friends since 2010, Ron and I, kind of like brothers from another mother. And he called me up, and I thought for sure he was calling me about a different company that we both knew who was running it and who was doing it and what it was about. I thought for sure he was calling me about that. And he was asking me what I was doing and what my plans were. And then I just said, hey, did you get prospected for X? And he's like, yeah, I did. I did. I said, well, did you already sign up? Are you doing it? And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. And either are you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Either am I. And I wasn't really that enthused or intrigued about it, but the concept verbally in the front end before numbers were talked about and all that, I bought into it because in 2020, I started a company. I wanted to change the networking industry. We did it on a shoestring budget. We put about 3,000 people in a business in about a 90-day run. And it was literally no auto ships, great products. I had a really cool model with vendors. We just were on a shoestring budget. And I figured out very quickly that if you don't have an auto ship, now it made me realize why there's an auto ship, right? Otherwise, no one's going to buy anything. And so I'm like, yeah, we're just going to cut our losses and be out of here. And we shut down. Now, Ron knew this and he knew all about the company and all that stuff, right? So Ron calls me up and he tells me this stuff and he says, listen, you know Shane, right? I'm like, well, of course I know Shane, right? I've been knowing him for as long as you. I'm just not as good of friends with him. You're with him every day, all day. But yeah, of course. Shane's awesome. What's up? What you got? He goes, well, and he started to tell me what I'm going to show you right now. And the reason it makes sense to me is because it attracts the masses. This might not be in offspring momentum at this very moment. There's a lot of excited people and there's a lot of people saving money. I'm not going to sugarcoat that at all. People are loving this. But anytime there's something new or disruptive that the outside world is so used to a certain model, there's a feeling of uncertainty. And what I will tell you, whether you're present all the time, whether you're present maybe once a week, you stay in touch in school, you're paying your membership, you're buying some products here and there, this is going to have a tremendous amount of people in it. I don't compare this to Live Good. I don't compare it to Nexus. I don't, when people say that stuff to me, I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know those companies. That was a networking company that had some idea where I could actually go get those discounts without joining the company. Like, I never bought into any of that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Live Good's doing that's cool. You can get discounted products. That's really cool. But I can go get discounted good products at GNC or from some of my buddies, at the same kind of price points. And I did like that somebody tried to break the mold with network marketing. But then I looked at the comp plan and I'm like, why would I put all this effort in for 25 cents or 50 cents? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. If you're a leader in the industry or if you built teams, listen, it's work. Like it takes time. You spend a lot of effort doing it. And I'm like, I can't do any of that. Ron kept explaining to me about this, and I'm going to go through this now with you, and I'll hit it as I'm going. But they are literally doing something I don't think truly has ever been done in this space. Now, a lot of people say that, so right, that's a tall order, and that's not hype. Like, I'm not a hype guy. It's just I've never seen anything like this. I've been around the game pretty much full time since 2010, right? I've been around since 2001, right? I've seen a lot of things. I've watched the legendary companies continue to be legends, and I've watched the come and go companies that tried to innovate that just were kept doing Me Too stuff, saying they were innovating. It never happened. Here we are today on the front end of something that literally we're not even a month in of a full month cycle of launching the company. And the vision the owner has is ridiculous. Now, what I'm going to share with you now are some of the things that are happening right now and a little bit about the vision of where it's going. But listen, I want to say this, and I want everyone to hear me loud and clear. Like, big waves of massive success, they start out long before you ever thought they started out. Remember, Ron, the company you and I met in, I won't mention names, but the company you and I met in, which, by the way, I'll never forget that first day we were leaning at the bar and I'm like, what's up, man? What's your name? Whatever. That was cool. I mean, it seems like it was yesterday, bro, but that was 2010, right? So, so this company, we're like excited. We never heard of it and we're going to launch. Well, guess what? The company was 5 years old already. They just hadn't spawned momentum yet. They went through a bunch of the economy. Remember 08, the economy crashed and all that stuff. Okay.
And they were losing $600,000 a year.
They were. They were. Yeah, they were. Yep. It's a good thing they didn't tell us that when we were all excited. But the whole idea was they had packaged it up and turned the corner and came up with a brilliant marketing message. And it just happened to be perfect timing. That's all that was. And people say that timing isn't important or whatever. Timing is pretty important, and I'm bringing that up because of the timing here is really important, and I'll point out why as I do the presentation. But I got to tell you, that was 5 years old, and we then went and ran. Why was that so cool? Because they already had infrastructure. They already had back offices. They already had credit card processing. I don't know about you, but I've joined a handful of companies that like from the beginning, not 5 years later, right? And the next day the credit card doesn't work or shipping is all. We've all been through it. So anyway, Fund Saver Network is literally a brand new way to shop. It's a membership exclusive company. And you've heard the surface pitch sort of like this before with e-commerce stores. This is not e-commerce. This is not anything like that. It's very, very unique in what it is. But what I want you to think about when I'm going through this, every one of you probably scroll through TikTok a couple times a day or Instagram or even Facebook nowadays. And everybody is going to what is called social selling, not network marketing, social selling. You know, most of these people on TikTok, like they don't want to build teams and stuff. They just want to sell products. And they're selling products socially by doing auctions. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Whatnot. I mean, Ron, when you introduced me to that, I'm like, this is nuts that I didn't even know about this. And there's thousands and thousands of people on there. Can't wait to get to their phone to see what they're going to buy next. Now, I'll never forget the first time a buddy of mine called me about Facebook. I never heard of it. He was calling me about, hey, we're putting a group together on Facebook for our high school reunion, blah, blah. I'm like, what is Facebook? Well, look at what it is now. This wasn't even that long ago, y'all. This was, if you think about it, now, most people are not clued in yet. Yes, they see people selling stuff on TikTok and all that, but they're not quite clued in on what is about to actually happen in the world of online shopping, right? Yeah, Amazon had a great innovative thing. What I foresee happening is a bunch of digital TV stations that are like a modern era young people's QVC. I'm telling you, I see the world going to that. Box stores going away, big retail stores that we've known forever. I mean, literally, man, we used to be in Kmart. Me and my friends, we'd ride our bike. We were in Kmart all the time, constant. Nobody. When I first moved to Louisiana 30 years ago, you go to Walmart and it was like a zoo, right? Everybody's in there. You go into Walmart now and there's hardly anyone in there. It's crazy. So what we have is a better way to shop. In the categories right now are called surprise drops, fun finds, personal products, health and wellness, digital marketing, and there is a lot more to come. Okay. So let's start with surprise drops. So since I mentioned Kmart, let me kind of paint a picture for you. You remember when if you're my age or older, I'm 54, you can remember probably at some point in your life being with your mom or your mom and dad or whatever in the or in Kmart. Attention, blue light special on aisle 6, shoppers, aisle 6. Like, if you don't remember that, you're just too young. And that was a constant thing. And I'll always remember, my mom dragging us over to aisle 6 or whatever, right? We didn't always buy something, but it was just the idea. Like Kmart was onto it that long ago. Well, what this gentleman that owns this company does is he buys massive quantity of high quality products every couple of weeks. Every maybe 1 week or 1 month, he just bought mega pallets, so he didn't have to buy anything for a month or whatever. But what he does is he takes these products, puts them up on our site called Surprise Drops. Could happen twice a week. They've been happening more frequently now that Christmas has passed and all that stuff. But these are not junk products, right? These are high quality. It could be a cell phone case, keyboard case. It could be a chandelier for your dining room. It could be light fixtures for your bathroom. It could be antennas for your TV. It could be lights. It could be camping gear. It could be knives. It could be, bicycles, as you see on here. They have these really cool chargers for your car, kind of like what you see down there, but even better, like really cool charger. It goes on and on. He doesn't mark the price up more than his cost, meaning credit card processing fee. That's about it. And of course, we're going to pay shipping. Now, I had a conversation with a person the other day. What do you mean you got to pay shipping? Amazon's free shipping. Why would I do? I'm like, do you really think you're paying free shipping, bro? Like, for real? Yeah, I know you're getting a good deal. Now, every item I've personally purchased, I bought about 8 or 9 things here, 8 or 9 separate orders that I've made. And every single one of them were about 40 to 60% more at Amazon or at Home Depot. But let's talk about Amazon with free shipping. Our price plus shipping still in some cases 60% cheaper than some blowout sale on Amazon. So it is great deals. It's weekly drops up to 90% off, high quality, a very wide range of products, right? Cameras for your computer, microphones to Bluetooth for doing lives, chargers for your phones, cell phone. I mean, it goes on and on. By the way, you can see on the bottom of my slide deck, you can see fundsavernetwork.com. When we're done, you can go to that site. Nobody can join as a member just randomly. You have to be invited by a member, which I think that's amazing that Shane recognizes that. A lot of companies just let anyone sign up on their site if they find it, right? Shane doesn't do that. 2 to 3 times per week, you'll see this, and you can go in and look at past drop or previous drops, and you'll be blown away. It is for members only. However, there is a 7-day, basically a free trial. Now that 7-day free trial doesn't ask you to put your credit card in. Where have you ever seen that before? All the free trials I know about want my credit card in that system, so that when I forget about it in 30 days or 7 days or whatever it is, they're going to hit my card, right? And then I'm going to be, I forgot all about that and have to eat it, right? They don't take your card. They give you 7 days, check out what's going on, buy one of the drops if a drop happens, or a fun find, which is what I'm going to share with you next. And if you don't like it, you don't put your credit card in, you don't join, right? And I think that's really generous of Shane, that he allows people to come in here and actually get those savings before they actually do. It's kind of like, taking a car home from the dealership for a week and not paying anything, right? That's pretty cool. I think that's good. You can kick the tires and really understand, is this something that you want to be a part of? What I believe is going to be, might not be the only one, but it's definitely on the front end of this innovative social shopping for sure. Now, what Fun Finds are, you guys, they're exclusive, limited quantity drops. So, what I mean by that is there might only be 1 or 2 items. Now, it's called Fun Finds because that's what makes it fun. It gets people engaged. They're looking at their phone. They're, oh my gosh, we're going to drop at 7 o'clock. They're trying to figure out how to get home in time and make sure they're on the computer. And they just go on, and it's a frenzy. And these things sell out in a day or two. I mean, look at this hair dryer. This is a very high quality, high powered hair dryer from Slow Pill for $7. That's not a typo. When I saw this stuff, Ron, the first time he did Fun Finds, I bought a couple things on that first one, and I'm like, this is insane. Like, I have a scale very similar to that in my bathroom right now, Bluetooth to the phone, all that, right? It was 89 bucks. $7. It's just, and this isn't a one-time freak thing for a presentation to get you all excited. This is happening every single week, and there's really, really cool stuff. High value, unbeatable discounts. And usually they're only available in a couple of quantities. So, you could miss out. I mean, I got a little aggravated at first because there was a few things I really wanted. And then I'd get to the third page and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's another one just like it. Sold out. And I learned you better be quick. And I learned a couple other tricks that I'm really not going to say right now because I've kind of figured out a re-engineered way to see stuff before they're sold out. But anyway, it's a lot of fun when this happens a couple times a week. First come, first serve. Now, this just shows you one of our members. This is one when we were first getting rolling. Her very first order, $1,205 of retail. Now, I will tell you this, and I want you to do it. Don't take my word for it. When you see something on a Fun Find or you see something on a drop, I want you to go take and just go in that back office and copy and paste and go to Amazon and paste it in Amazon. This is not made up, pushed up retail numbers. This is real numbers. And this woman saved $971 in one order. Now, we have a $25 a month membership, which, by the way, there's no contract. If you decided you didn't like it, you can just say adios, amigo. It's all good. But this covered her membership for 38 months, her very first order, which would be 3 years of the membership, which is crazy. Okay. Real stuff is happening. You'll hear from some of our members. Now, the owner of the company also is a partner in a company that personalizes just about anything you could want. And that's going to slowly drop in here. But right now, for example, these personalized engraved mugs, these mugs are in the back office right now, unless they're sold out. I didn't look today, but I know that's a kind of a regular product that's in there. And let's say that you had a bachelor party you were going to, or you were getting married and had groomsmen, or you were going to somebody's 50th birthday party and all your buddies were going and it was all friends, whatever, high school reunion, whatever. You could get 10, 20, 30 of these things and get them all engraved personally for all those people. And the vision of this aisle in the Fun Saver Network is to have items that would be fantastic for birthdays. And by the way, all at the drop prices, right? $8 for that mug. That's a $25 mug, by the way. I don't know what he's got listed down there, but $28.95. I've seen mugs similar to that for 25, $30 at Target, by the way. Okay. So, I mean, I actually have that you see up here, this actual cutting board. My wife and I got a cutting board when we got married. We got married in 2002. So you can imagine what the cutting board looks like, right? We never bought another one, right? We just whatever. And when I saw that, I bought it. It was $4. 450 or something. Ridiculous. But that thing gotta weigh 6, 7 pounds. Like it's marble and hardwood. It's amazing actually. Like I was really glad I bought it. But you could get that personalized. But these things would be great for birthdays, holiday gifts, anniversaries, special occasions, even awards. Like some of the stuff coming down the pike with crystals and plaques and things like that would be great for anybody that runs a sales team and they want to give out awards, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, let's talk a little bit about health and wellness. When I first started talking to Shane, I'm like, man, we got to get a whole bunch of health and wellness companies. And, my motto for my last company will be perfect or whatever. And then we were like, why would we want a whole bunch of products? What would be the reason? The reason would be people have a lot of different health ailments, right? They can't sleep, they got aches and pains, maybe they got some diabetes going on, maybe they got neuropathy happening, maybe they got cramps in their legs, maybe they're terrible recovery when they work out, maybe women, guys too, I guess, hormone imbalance stuff. I mean, you got all these things that would be the reason why we would want a lot of product vendors, right? Well, one night I was sitting up thinking, I called Ron, I said, listen, we don't need a bunch of product companies. I know the perfect people that is perfect for this. And he's like, well, who is it? And I'm like, I introduced him to him. This couple is out of California. First of all, they do the science, they source, they manufacture, they bottle, they sell direct. Nothing on Amazon, nothing on eBay, only on their website. Well, Bob, if it's on their website, why would we buy it? They're giving us, in some cases, 40% off what's on their website. Well, why would they do that? They see the vision. Like Kesia was so tuned in about social selling. She's like, we'll sell 100 times more of our product through this in the next year. After that, the second year, the third year, then we're selling from our website. Of course, we're going to do this. This makes sense. Now, let me tell you about these guys. They're called NutriRelief. It's a liposomal supplement. And all those things that I mentioned, they have a cream for that. Just about everything you can see on the screen. It's just about everything. They got an incredible 21, again, skincare anti-aging line as well. It's liposomal, these products. You put this pain cream on a joint, on carpal tunnel, on sore tension necks, tennis elbow, bowling shoulder. It's a new one. I'll throw in there for you. Any of that stuff I am not kidding you. In fact, if you bought some and you said this is crap, it doesn't work, you reach out to me and I'll give you the money you paid for it and I'll take it. It absolutely 100% works. It gets into your bloodstream in 20 seconds and goes to work. No more pills, no more shaking up stuff and taking this and making shakes and mixing this and that and mixing. All you got to do is put about a little dime size on your hand, maybe even smaller than that, rub it in for about 30 seconds. It's not even sticky or greasy, and it's unbelievable for many, many health concerns. And man, some of the stuff he told us the other day that they got coming, I'm like, if that works, bro, like we're all gonna be rich. So they're in there. He's always Daniel is always in a step ahead. What would be the next thing? And they just keep the quality right. So I said to this guy years ago in 2020, why don't we just, when I was getting 21 about when we were closing out, I'm like, dude, why don't we just do Neutral Leaf? Neutral Leaf's the network marketing company. He's like, Bob, we can't do it. And I'm like, why not? He's like, first of all, if you want to cover a comp plan, we're going to have to raise the price 7 to 10, maybe even 12 times to match a comp plan. I don't know if you guys are familiar with how network marketing works, but products are marked up at the very least 7 times. Okay. Well, Daniel will not sacrifice ingredients and results just to have some comp plan. He's not about that. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. Here's the great part. We don't pay commissions at FundSaver Network on any of these products I'm talking about. The commissions are based on the membership. So, what does that mean? That means masses. Half of the people you're finally going to have buying aren't even going to want to build a business because it's reaching the masses. And that's the light bulb of the forward thinking kind of guy I've trained myself to be. I don't really care what it looks like right now. I can see what it is going to look like a year from now, 18 months from now, 24 months from now. It's $25. I mean, I waste 5 times that every month just on stuff I probably shouldn't buy. Chips here, Coke here, McDonald's here. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at this and I go, wait a minute, we got all these products with one wellness company. Why would we need a million more? Like, if you have a health issue, there is more than likely something here for you. Okay. And there's a lot more products to come. Like I said, he's in a lot of innovation right now. Now, digital marketing. So there's two sides to this. This is like bombarded. How many AI opportunities did you see on Facebook today? I'll give you a minute. Type it in the chat. I saw 5. Literally, I'm not even joking you. I saw 5, and I'm not opposed to like a cool opportunity with some AI tool that's going to be like, I'm not opposed to that. AI is pretty fascinating to me, and I use some AI tools myself. But every day, another new one, it just blows my mind. So, what I want you to recognize about what Shane is really putting together here with digital marketing, yes, we're going to have digital tools like business cards and website builders and email automation and your CRMs, all the tools you would need at very deep discounted products or prices. Okay. In fact, those of you that don't know Shane or don't know the history, for the past 5 years, they have ran a affiliate program digital marketing company, right? So they have these tools and they've gotten them better and they've dwindled them down. But to be able to take commissions off of it, we're going to be able to get these products very, very dirt cheap, which I love. But that's not the gist of it. How many of you know somebody that owns a traditional business in your city? Could be they own a brokerage shop of some sort, insurance, mortgage, real estate. Maybe they own a car dealership. Maybe they own a flower shop, a grocery store, a gas station. I mean, come on, man. You just drive down one busy street and there's 500 businesses right there, right? So, about definitely more than half of those businesses have no clue how to get a digital footprint. None. And one of the visions, and I want you guys to wrap your head around this. The reason it hasn't fully launched yet is because Shane's putting something together pretty special, not just for us to have digital tools to promote FundSaver or whatever business you want to promote or product you might sell or make or whatever. That's great. But all these businesses that are out there that don't have any clue, Shane already has a team of people that analyze a business. They look at what they're doing now, what they're not doing now. Are they on Google reviews? Are they using SEO? Are they running ads? Are they getting traffic? If they are doing it, what are the numbers? And they do a full analyze. They analyze that person's entire business for free, and then they show them exactly what they can do for them to help their business along. And there's going to be elements where those businesses can step up as they start to see progress. Now, how are they going to be able to get discounted prices from Shane as a traditional business, which you'll be hands off? You're just going to hand it off. But how do they get that? They're a FundSaver member. 25 bucks a month. They're going to get massive discounts on everything for their traditional business. Don't be blindsided about digital marketing's only for us networkers and we need all these tools. Businesses, if they don't get their face online and don't build a digital brand footprint, they're going to be left in the dust, just like Kmart. Right? That's what's going to happen. So I am excited about this, not because, I mean, I have a lot of tools I use now. I'm sure I'll switch over to these when they come out and, use some of them or whatever, but I'm excited about two things. Yeah, this is a great door opener for you to go talk to a stranger at a business that you don't even know. You walk in, hey, let me ask you a question. I looked all over the internet for you and I couldn't find you anywhere. And then I finally found you after about 20 minutes of searching. And then I went to Google reviews. Did you know you got 15 terrible Google reviews? I mean, you can look all this stuff up. And they'll go, no, and say, listen, I just wanted to drop by. I'm not here to give you a sales pitch. I wanted to give you my card, let you know that I work with a company that gives helps traditional businesses like yours get a digital footprint online for a fraction of the cost of what anyone else is out there is doing. And I'm sure you've had people try to pitch you building a website for $5,000 and all that stuff, right? Those days are over, by the way. And we have that. So if you ever want to get a free analysis of what your business is doing online, our company does that. No cost, no obligation. The only thing they ask you to do is take a look at the proposal and what they could do for your business once they do the analyzing. Fair enough? Yeah, great. Hey, listen, here's my card. Do you mind if I get your number? I always say that, by the way. Do you mind if I get your number? And then I put my head down with my phone. I'm just waiting for him to tell it to me. That's how you get people's numbers, by the way. And now you got a contact. Now watch this. You get back in touch with him. He's like, yeah, man, I want to do an analysis. Okay. They see this crazy price. And Shane tells them, well, you can pay this much or you can pay this much. Which would you rather? Well, of course, I want the lower price. Okay. Well, to get the lower price, you have to be a member of our FundSaver Network Club. And it's only 25 bucks a month. And now think of this, guys. You're going to be able to cold prospect to businesses, helping them get way cheaper products for digital marketing and get somebody to be doing it for them way cheaper than they would get it anywhere else. And you just gained a member in the network. And then they're going to go in, and what do you think they're going to do? What is this FundSaver thing I'm all about? And they're going to go start checking it out. They're going to see these drops and they're going to get notifications. Next thing you know, they're going to organically tell their neighbor. This isn't even a networker now. This is a guy that might sell bicycles in town. Who knows? And now he tells his friend, and then that friend, and that's what I believe how this is going to grow to 1 million people.
Yeah,
it's not going to be.
But first, he's going to tell his wife, "You're cut off of Amazon."
Right. But I mean, this is why I don't think this is, there's no hype here. This isn't one of those things where you better get in or you're going to miss out. There's none of that. You're just early, and it's a matrix when it comes to the compensation plan. So that's pretty good. And if what keeps happening with social selling and what Shane's fixing to do with everything going on here, Like this is a no-brainer. This is why it will be an organic growth of people just having conversations around the beer keg, around the water cooler, with their buddies at work, just about they're talking about the football game, they're talking about this, and then maybe you bought that Killer Gerber, sports knife. It just comes up in a conversation, and then Fun Saver is a normal conversation. This is not an MLM business opportunity pitch. Yes, it's an opportunity, but if you approach it in the way that I'm sharing with you, it appeals to the masses. Network marketing does not, even though there's millions of network marketers, it doesn't appeal to the masses. And that's what got me really excited. Now, you all know we live in a subscription economy. I want you to play along with me here. Let's see if I can wake some of you up. I might have bored. Okay. I'm going to put up some companies, and I just want you to put 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the chat with how many of these subscriptions that you personally have. Netflix, Prime, Hulu, Sam's Club, Costco. I'm a 5. Why? Because it saves us money. That's the whole thing. People are trying to save money as well as make money. But I think the masses don't have enough belief in themselves that they can go do a side hustle to make more money, but they are all trying to actively save money. And the question is, what if these companies paid you to refer people to them? And that is the differentiator. Remember on the front end of the call, I told you I started a company in 2020. It was to change the game. My brain didn't go to a membership. My brain was still in MLM world, even though I had great vendors, even though we had fantastic products, our model was still paying commissions on every product. What did that mean? I had to bump the price up. Well, I didn't feel right bumping the price up 7 times and trying to sell $189 CBD oil. Like it's never going to work. So we barely even raised prices, and we were profitable if we would have had an auto ship, but we didn't. If I would have thought the way the genius of this company thought, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. That I can tell you, because that would have continued on a little simple $25 membership, which is exactly what Fun Saver does. And on that little $25 membership, what that 25 bucks can squeeze out is pretty amazing. There's 3 ways to earn. Tonight's not a training on the compensation plan. Ron did a fantastic job, by the way, on Tuesday. I know you probably thought I wasn't there, but I was there. And that is a fantastic training. Guys, there is a incredible training video of the compensation plan that you can have whoever invited you here if you're interested in that side of thing. We don't really get too into that on Thursdays because this is for the masses. Half the people could care less about making money. Well, everyone wants to make money, but not everybody thinks it's a business opportunity. So we don't talk a lot about that. This is about saving money and having some fun and sharing it with friends. And I'm shocked at just the first, 4 weeks, 5 weeks since we paid, 4 weeks, the amount of money that you've already sent me. Ron, tell Shane thank you. Like it's pretty, and it's not even been a lot of people, right? I mean, 300 people or something in the group, but I'm looking forward to payday on the 15th of February. And after the 15th of February, guess what, guys? All of you have been here for a minute. Every 15th, you're going to start getting paid now. Every 15th, every 15th. Okay, so there's a fast start bonus, there's a matrix, and there's a really cool coded bonus, kind of like a unilevel if you refer people. It's very strong. It pays out $1 on every person, not a quarter, like over in the company I mentioned earlier, or 50 cents if you're a super galactic recruiter, whatever. It pays out $4 on your personally sponsored, $4 every month. And then it actually has a really cool function where it's a 2-up code. Only two, though. Only two. The first five, two of them code up. It's pretty cool. I don't want to go down too much in the rabbit hole because I know there's probably some people on here that really don't care about that and don't understand that. But just know this. If you're saving money, you're going to accidentally tell people. And guess what? You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to upgrade. You don't have to pay more money. And guess what else? You're not required to buy any products every month. You buy whenever you feel like buying. So you might be saying, all right, Bob, shut up. How in the world do I join the Fun Saver family? Well, there's typically three types of people that watch this presentation. The first person says, you were talking to me when you said, I don't want to make no money. I don't even like people. I got on this Zoom for a friend of mine as a favor, but wow, this is cool. I just want to shop and save. That's it. I don't want to tell nobody anything, right? I just want to save money. Fantastic. Now there's somebody on the other side of that coin that really doesn't care if they ever buy anything, but they understand people do want to save, people will buy, people will want to be a part of this, and they just want to earn. They want to build a big network of people and earn an extra income, maybe a side hustle, maybe even a full-time income. That's a number two. Okay, so keep track of this. Are you a one? Are you a two? Or are you a number three? Of course, you love getting great deals, saving money. Of course, you want to make some extra money. You might have some influence. You might have a team. You might have, people that want to make some extra money. That would be you. What's the difference, Bob? How much do I got to pay to do number three? Nothing. $25 a month. No hidden agenda, no hidden rules, no hidden obstacles, nothing. It's the simplest thing ever. I've been building this game now since 2001. I've said now for the last 7 or 8 years, somebody has got to come up with something in this space. We can build teams that appeals to the masses. And you might think this doesn't really appeal to the masses yet if you've been here for a minute and you've only bought one or two things and maybe you didn't get some messages and there was a technology issue. It's brand new. I want you to have the vision. Oh, I don't care if you sit on the sofa, go to the beach, go, on vacation, never pay attention. My advice is forget about the fact that you're paying $25 a month for this because you're going to be very, very glad down the road, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, that you're a part of it from the very beginning. Now, you don't have to take my advice. It's not, obviously you can do whatever you want. If you don't see value, then just be a shopper, of course. You don't have to tell anybody. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get back to the person that invited you. In fact, why don't you do me a favor? The person that invited you here tonight, text them right now and say, hey, I just watched this presentation. It's at the end. I'm a number one. Now, if your person isn't on our Zooms a lot or on my Zooms, they might be going, what do you mean I'm a number one? So maybe what you should say to them is, I just heard this guy in the presentation, and number one is somebody just wants to shop and save. Hey, I want to be a member of the Fun Saver Network. Send me your link. If you want to earn, tell me your number two. Hey, I want to make some money. Hey, I want to save and make some money. How do we get this thing going? Call me up. Let's do a game plan. Just let them know where you're at. There's no pressure. Nobody's going to say, what do you mean you don't want to tell people? What do you mean? No. I know for an absolute fact that you're going to accidentally start telling people later. If you're the person that says, I don't want to tell anybody, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, I'll bet you $1 and a coffee at Starbucks that if you start buying and getting deals, you are going to accidentally start telling people. That's the underlying message. If you didn't hear anything that I said all night long, that is what has me excited, because organic, normal, natural conversations is what blows things up. Let me ask you a question. Did you know the Stanley Cup that you probably all have? Your wife probably has 13 of them like mine, right? The Stanley Cups, that isn't new. Did you know that? Stanley Cup's been around forever. What happened? A trend, water, cold, cold beverages. This is great. They got some influencers. Social selling happened. Next thing you know, everybody and their brother has a Stanley Cup. Okay. So I believe that's what we're going to, what's going to happen here. That's why I'm excited. Not what's happening today, what's going to happen in the future. Aren't you tired of companies being here today, gone tomorrow? You know, I mean, build up some great momentum. You got some great people. The company does something stupid. The ingredient's bad. The government steps in and says you can't sell that product with that ingredient anymore. You got to wait to go into countries. You got to all this stuff. Okay. I like this because this is something we can hang our hat on. And I know that social selling's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And we're at the front end of that wave. And there is nothing I've ever seen where you can build a team and squeeze that much out of 25 bucks anywhere at all in the direct selling industry. So I'm excited to be here. I personally, if you don't know me, you get to know me. I like to be first at everything. So I get to be the first one to tell you, if you're a guest, welcome to the Fun Saver family. We're going to have a blast, you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you on one of the next trainings. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Get back to that person that invited you here. If you're watching this on a recording right now, text that friend of yours right now. Get your butt in here. Get your membership opened up. It's free for 7 days. Check out what it does. If you like it, great. Put your card in. If you don't, great. We'll shake hands. We'll be friends. We'll high five from the sidelines. Appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you on one of the next live Zooms. God bless everybody.